subscribers and new viewers. Sorry for not having done any content for a while, but I've just been having a break. Anyway, I haven't been ill or anything. In fact, I'm a lot better now. I've actually lost, 11 kilos in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, that's really good. I feel so much better. Yeah, 11 kilos. You pick up 11 kilos. That's like 20 pounds more. And yeah, you just carry that around all day in a bucket or something. You soon get sick of it. And then, anywho, so what is this about? As the title says, this is a Tikka T3x Varmint Stainless in 243 Winchester. So I've previously had one Tikka. It was a T3 stainless super varmint, and you may ask, what is the difference between a super varmint and a varmint? And the difference is that the super varmint has a factory fitted adjustable cheek piece, big whoop, and what else does it have? It comes with a rail. This didn't come with a rail. So, and that's the amount of money they're asking extra for a super varmint. I don't think is justified for what you're getting. So let's go through the things. I'll go through the things that I like, and then the things that I don't like about Tikkas, because I've obviously had experience with a Tikka before, so I know their ins and outs. The stock, unremarkable. It's it feels quite rigid. They haven't really taken the flashing off properly. The seam where it's molded, where the stock is molded, there's still flashing like there. Yeah, I mean, come on. It doesn't take much to strip that off. It's not pillar bedded, is it? I'm pretty sure it's not. This is one of the things that sort of detracts. Alright, so I'm going into things that I don't like about them. I'll start up with things that I don't like. It's not pillar bedded. There is a steel insert in the bottom so that you're not bottoming out onto on the plastic. But come on, Tikka. This is, so I consider Tikka's mid-range price. Anything under 1,000 or around 1,000, I call budget. Anything, and then around 2,000, anything 2,000 or above, or around 2,000 or above, I call mid-range. And then beyond that, you're getting pretty crazy. But for a mid-range priced gun that's supposed to have such a fantastic reputation, which Tikka's, I don't know if they still are, but at some point, I kept getting told this, that they were the #1 selling brand of long rifle in Australia. I don't know if they still are. I don't know if they were. That's what I got told. But come on, plastic bottom metal. I mean, that's shit. I'm not a fan of that at all. Where the sling swivel, so there's two. You see, there's two inserts, brass inserts there, brass ferrules where you can screw where the sling stud is screwed into, and then here in the middle, I suppose, I don't know, you can mount it on a bipod, I suppose, with that. I don't know. Or if you wanted to have your tripod further down, or your bipod further down, whatever. Or if you wanted to mount it on a tripod, if you were in a static position, a height or something. Now, yeah, so the stock it's unremarkable. It's quite rigid. it's probably, as far as synthetic stocks are concerned, it's probably, I'd say it's number 2 in what I've had and experienced. Number 1 is the Steyr Pro Hunter stock. That stock was like, shit, I don't know what it was made of, but it was, yeah, it was solid. No, super rigid. It did not sound like a coconut, you know, like a hollow coconut, like these things do. This one's not so bad. Let's have a listen to the. Sorry about the light. The whole. No. It sounds solid. The butt pad on these things are really. The butt pads are really stiff on these things. That's shit. Now. The elephant in the room regarding Tikka actions. The recoil lug is just a piece of. It's going to come out, and it's pretty solid in there. That's nice to see. The recoil lug is quite solid. There's just a recess there, and the recoil lug just sits in it, and it's just essentially a rectangular piece of steel with the ends radiused, with the sides radiused, and it sits in that slot there. S, I don't know what that's for, must be short action or something. So this has got interchangeable grips. You can get different angles. This has got quite a yeah, I'd say that's like an 80-degree angle. That's pretty good. That's nice. For a precision rifle, you're not going to be shooting it off, heavy barrel like this, you're not going to be shooting it off hand, so you don't need the pistol grip swept as a la, you know, old traditional style. Pardon me, sorry for rambling. And I know people are going to say, oh, you talk too much, he talks too much, blah, 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 you're talking shit. I don't give a shit. It's my my channel, I'll do what I want. Pardon me. So the grips are held in by, there's a hex head screw there that holds the grip in. And this actual cheek piece is actually screwed in. There's a plug there. Overall, the feel of it is, it's sort of, I don't know, it doesn't feel rubbery, but it doesn't feel like, yeah, like wood. So that's the stock, unremarkable. Yeah, needs a softer butt pad, not so much for this caliber and this weight of rifle, but if this were in a Magnum caliber, you'd want a softer butt pad. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're just a wuss, and hey, I got a 458 Win Mag, man. You shoot one of those, you put a dozen rounds of that through and see how your shoulder feels. Alright, so the bolt. I'm not sure exactly how they achieve it, but I think it's a 70-degree bolt throw. Now, how a dual opposing lug bolt can achieve a 70-degree bolt throw baffles me. I'm not really sure exactly how that works. Perhaps someone in the comments can explain how they achieve that, because if they can do that, why doesn't every other company have a 70-degree bolt throw? A la Remington and all their multitude of clones, Hauer and, you know, everybody. Because the tri-lug bolts, yeah, you'll get a 60-degree or something like that bolt throw. But with the dual opposing bolts, they're typically a 90-degree bolt throw, and I'm not sure how they achieve that. So that's a positive. Yeah, that's definitely a positive. The actions are very blocky. I'm not sure what their machine, whether they're machined out of a tube or I don't know what, but they are quite blocky, which is nice. The ejection port is not massive, but it's not small either. The top of the receiver is just flat. It's dead flat, and it does actually have bevels in the sides, so I'm not sure what mounting system that is. That must be their own mounting system. I don't know, I'm not really sure. But so this did not come with any mounts. This is a Tally 20 MOA rail, and it wasn't cheap. They wanted 190, and I got it for 175. Thanks, Dave. Good man. It's got a bubble level at the end, which is nice. So that's my one and only edition. Well, actually, my second edition. The other edition is I changed out the spring in the trigger. So the original spring in the trigger is about the same size as the CZ spring. Guess what? It is. Which is nice. The CZ 457? Yeah, 457. CZ 457. The CZ 457 springs are pretty much the same size as this trigger spring. And you know how I know that? Because that's what I put in there. And that's a factory CZ 457 spring. I'm pretty sure. So it was pulling at, was it 3 pounds 8 ounces? I think 3 pounds 8 ounces, which for a precision rifle, it's too heavy in my opinion. So I changed that spring out and I got it to where it was safe. So just by trial and error, I got it to where it was safe. And now it's pulling at, that's 1 pound 6 ounces. £1 2 ounces. Wow. $15 ounces. It's all over the place. £1 4 ounces. £1 5 ounces. So about £1 4 ounces is where it's at the moment. So £1 4 ounces. I will get a Timney trigger down the track. So what I intend to do is get a Timney trigger. This trigger is good. It's pretty light now, £1 4 ounces. I'll see how I go, but I don't think it's happy where it is. Like the variation in trigger pull weights and that, I don't think it's happy where it is, but it is safe. It's not breaking or anything. But I will get a Timney. The other thing I'll get is a different stock. Now, what stock, I'm really not sure. I'm sort of thinking about an Oryx chassis, because value for money, I don't think you can beat it. I know the new, the new NDT Hunter stocks look pretty good and that. I like the Oryx. I think it's pretty good. Adds a little bit more weight to the rifle as well, which is good. So where am I at? Oh yeah, and I'll change the bolt handle. I might what is that? I don't know, I might thread that and just add a piece on. No, I'll change the bolt handle as well, put a bigger one on there. It's just a little bit too short. I mean, yeah, because it's the same as your hunting rifles. Now, yeah, alright, if it was a hunting rifle that you were carrying around the field, you wouldn't want this long bolt handle poking out. I understand that, but this isn't. This is a precision rifle. You're not going to be humping around the field, or you might be, I don't know. Till you get to your position, then you're going to be sitting there with it. Now, so the magazines are a single stack. I think this is a 5-shot. Unremarkable again, they work. What's it called? The ATA Turquoise. They obviously copied it. They actually, ATA with that turquoise that I had that I got rid of. It just, you know, I just could, and I worked hand loads through that thing like crazy, and I just could not get that thing to average below 1.5 inches. And some people would say, well, you know, for a hunting rifle, you know, you can't snub your nose at that. But considering that the weight of the barrel was a heavier than normal contour barrel, and they had, I'm pretty sure they had a sub-MOA guarantee on that thing, and it wasn't. It just wasn't. Sorry, I don't know what MO they were using to get sub-MOA with those things, but yeah, mine wouldn't do it. Whereas these things, they have got a fantastic reputation as far as accuracy is concerned. Is this thing going to be super accurate? I hope so. And to test that out, I actually, because having had a 243 before, I've got a lot of gear, a lot of components and that, a lot of bullets, a lot of cases. I've got 200 Lapua cases, which I'll be using eventually. So I've got 50. I've got to do bullet seating. I've got 50 rounds of Winchester brass with 87 grain Hornady VMAXs and AR2208 powder, which is Varget, weights varying from 35, 36, 36 and a half, 37, 38 grains of AR2208 Varget. See how I go with that. Once I sort of figure a few things out with that, I'll cross over to the Lapua brass once I've got, you know, a load settled on. I'll swap over to the Lapua brass and fine tune that, and then I'll be using that to try and do a little bit of competition, long range shooting. Yeah. Everybody's getting into it. It's all the rage. Long range shooting is all the rage. Even long range hunting, it's all the rage.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Today's Wednesday, so Friday I'll go to the range and have a shoot of it and see how we go. I'll have my big what's it called, Nico Sterling 10-50 ED Hornet ED scope on there, which is a fantastic scope. I can't believe how much I paid for it, how little I paid for it. Just over $600. You can't get them for that. And I think they was sort of finishing up with that particular model, and they were just getting rid of them. I should have bought 2. I think there was like 3 available, and I only bought 1. Things you do or you don't do. Anyway, so once I've come back from the range, I'll report on how the accuracy and performance went. Till then, see you later.